Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with your Day 1 Fire Weather Outlook. We have a critical fire weather here today covering East Central and Southeastern Colorado, far southwestern Kansas, northwestern Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Panhandle, the Texas Panhandle, and central and northeastern New Mexico. Seeking the critical fire weather area today include Colorado Springs, Colorado, Amarillo, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado, Liberal, Kansas, and Cimarron Hills, Colorado, or Cimarron. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, and there are two areas where we have elevated fire weather series today. One covering southeastern Wyoming, south central and southwestern South Dakota, most of Nebraska, eastern Colorado, western half of Kansas, northwestern Oklahoma, western Texas, and parts of New Mexico, and far southeastern Arizona. The second elevated today covers northern Georgia, northern South Carolina, most of North Carolina, most of Virginia, far eastern West Virginia, the West Virginia Panhandle, parts of Maryland, and Washington, D.C. So, yeah. In synopsis, an upper-level trough will deepen as it moves into the southern Great Basin and Four Corners today and tonight. As the trough intensifies, an initially modest subtropical jet will strengthen across northern Mexico into the southern plains. At the surface, a strong low-pressure system will deepen across South Dakota as an associated cold front moves southward into the central plains. Another shortwave trough will move over the eastern U.S., bolstering low-level winds across parts of the Appalachians and the mid-Atlantic. Alright, sorry, my allergies are killing me. Anyway, central and southern high plains. As upper forcing from the approaching trough spreads over the Rockies into the plains, the surface low will deepen and move southeastward with the cold front. This should encourage a broad area of strong west and southwesterly downslope winds from eastern Wyoming and South Dakota into parts of the central plains. Sustained southwesterly winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, amid 10 to 15% relative humidity are expected to top very dry and receptive fuels, supporting critical fire weather concerns. Fire weather conditions will gradually end overnight from north to south as the front moves south with the surface low. Farther south across Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico, a surface pressure trough will encourage gusty westerly low-level flow. Sustained winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour are likely as the surface low gradually moves southward ahead of the cold front. Low relative humidity is also expected 10 to 15%, owing to downslope trajectories and warm afternoon temperatures. While some areas have seen rainfall in the past few days, several days of poor humidity recoveries and gusty winds will have allowed for significant drying and a broad area of critical fuels. Central Appalachians and Mid-Atlantic. Alright, strengthening southwesterly flow at the base of the shortwave trough. Tough, I should say trough, not tough. That's a typo. So, trough will encourage strengthening of a lead trough. This will aid gusty downslope winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour through the afternoon. Afternoon relative humidity values will drop to 25 to 30%. With little recent rainfall and very dry fuels, several hours of elevated fire weather conditions appear likely. More localized fire weather conditions could extend into southern and central PA. However, here, increased relative humidity and weaker winds amid areas of recent rainfall should limit broader concerns. So, that's your Day 1 fire weather outlook. Stay safe in the affected areas today in the fire weather areas. If I were you, I would gather supplies immediately, such as food, water, clothing, toiletries, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, extra batteries, and a battery-powered radio in the event that you need to evacuate on a moment's notice because fires can start to spread quickly. Please avoid outdoor burning in these areas today. Because one little spark is all it takes for a fire to start to spread quickly. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground. Even if they're not lit. Because one, that's littering. which is unsafe and illegal, and you could get fined if you get caught. And it's also bad for the environment, which brings me to my second point. Because, fires can start and spread quickly, and that could destroy parts of the environment. And make sure your cigarette is fully out before you throw it away. So stay safe in these areas today, and I will see you in my day 1 severe weather outlook video, which will come out very soon.